Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Shield.com.
Heard and seen around the world. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, we talk to Scott Lengal, CEO of AdventureGenie, AI-driven RV and camping adventure planner. That's a lot. Can you fit all that on a business card?
I think so.
Jeff has this week's cruise ins, and we'll have stories making auto news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. Scott, have I mispronounced your name all morning long?
No, you've pronounced it perfectly.
And
well done.
How did I pronounce it?
You said Lengal, Scott Lengal.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
We'll take it.
All right. Thank you. Anyway, Scott, thanks so much for joining us today. AdventureGenie. Well, let's talk about AdventureGenie. What does AdventureGenie do?
So AdventureGenie solves a problem for the RVer and camper who's out looking for things to do, places to go, places to stay, things along the way. And it used to be, even just a couple of years ago, it was incredibly difficult for the RVer or the camper to plan a trip, to plan an adventure. There were lots of different applications. They were all standalone. They weren't connected. It ended up, if you were a user and you were trying to plan a pretty simple trip, it was unbelievably time consuming. It was really complex. It required a huge effort of researching. Like, you just want to go somewhere simple from point A to point B. You want to go from Savannah, Georgia to Yellowstone, and there's such a distance between you. How would you even know where to stop along the way?
I wouldn't even know which way to go, which highway to go on.
Exactly. And it's not personalized. It was really just a nightmare. So we came up with this idea that there had to be a better way. And this whole world of AI that I know it's a little bit scary, but it's really not, of artificial intelligence, we figured there had to be a way to leverage the body of travels. People have been traveling for a century over our roads now. So if we could take all that information of great places to go and things to do and the routes to take and the places to stay, if we could take all of that information and we could kind of couple it with what people like to do, like, what are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are your preferences? Do you like to take a northerly route or a southerly route? Do you like to power through on the highway or see the scenic byways? Do you like to stay in a modern campground or a little bit more rustic? And if we take all of that information together, we're able to use the power of AI to kind of sit there as your co-pilot. Not your pilot. It's not an autopilot. We're not going to plan everything for you without your input. We're going to give you suggestions along the way and let you tweak it and do some what ifs until you get the perfect adventure that really feels like it's customized for you, almost as if you had your own personal concierge. Concierge? How do you say that?
You did it. Yeah.
You got it. Kind of like Lengal.
Lengal.
Some people call that wife.
Yeah, there's that. So clearly you have got some sort of camper RV experience, and not some, probably a lot.
Surprisingly, not a lot. What I do have is a lot of software experience. I used to work for Microsoft for a couple of decades, retired a couple of years ago, became a photographer, started traveling the world, doing world-class photography, honestly. And then COVID hit and we couldn't travel anymore. So my wife, Lisa, and I said, you know what? We haven't really seen the good old US of A. We haven't gone to the national parks, the highways, the byways, got ourselves an RV, started traveling to the national parks. We're from the Savannah area, Bluffton, South Carolina, and going out west was kind of a foreign thing for us in a car or in a vehicle, and now in an RV. And it was just really hard to find places to go and stay and things to do. And so we've only been doing it for maybe about 3 years now. So, but we got a lot of miles under our belt.
Well, I was going to say that's probably a good thing because you taken it from the very beginning as far as experience is concerned. And for me in particular, I know nothing about it. There's something attractive about RVing. What kind of RV do you have?
I was going to ask.
Is it a bus? Is it a pusher or what?
Yeah. So we started out with a Class C, which it was built on a Mercedes chassis.
Yep.
And a Sprinter van chassis.
Yes.
Right.
And now we do have a Class A diesel pusher built on a Freightliner. So we've gone from one extreme to the other, kind of. And yeah, it's kind of funny drive. And by the way, my wife Lisa does the vast majority of driving.
Well, that's cool.
Probably about 90% of it.
So you're in the back making sandwiches and coffee.
We do that every once in a while. We might make a bacon, egg, and cheese or something. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You said that in the beginning you were hampered on where you could go. Is that because of the vehicle you had? I mean, cars and SUVs can go to certain locations, but when you get larger, like the larger vans and the A class, you're kind of limited on where you can go and park. Now, is that an issue, or do they still have the KOA camps and things that you can go to?
Yeah, it's totally an issue. So we have that built into our system, though. So we will give you, depending on the size of rig, coach, vehicle, whatever we want to call it these days, we will give you a route that is safe for your vehicle. Mm-hmm. And we err on the side of being overly cautious. So sometimes we're going to just give you a little warning, like be extra careful. And of course, always use your eyes and look at the signs and road conditions and so forth. So driving is a little bit of an issue, but we help you through that part of the process. But honestly, the harder part of the process is just figuring out where to stop. Go back to that. Here's the prototypical example. I'd like to take a 6-week trip of the national parks of the Southwest, starting in Bluffton. I know I'd like to stop in Asheville. I know I'd like to stop in Nashville. And I probably I would love some recommendations for barbecue along the way. Mm-hmm. So imagine if that's all you said. Very simple English-like phrase. I want to start here. I want to go and tour things like the national parks in this vicinity of the U.S. There's a couple of places I'd like to stop along the way that I know about, and I'd like to go to some car museums and eat barbecue. Step back and let AdventureGenie do the magic for you. It will plot your route. It will make recommendations. Again, we're just a co-pilot. We don't lock you into anything. We make suggestions on stops along the way. We make suggestions for places to eat or visit along the way. We make recommendations for specific campgrounds for you to stay at based on what we know about you and what you like and what you dislike and what you need. Like the bigger coaches, you often want 50 amp service. If you have a camper van, you might go boondocking and not care about electricity at all, or do 20 or 30 amp. And everything that we know about you, we feed into our algorithms and create the perfect customized adventure just for you.
How much does it cost?
$49.99 a year.
Wow.
And for our Wheel Time folks, we have a deal, Wheel Time 10, and you'll get 10% off our.
You're a promo code.
Rate.
I'm a promo code. Well, I've always wanted to be a promo code.
Now, Scott, let me ask you this. You say you can plug certain things in destinations, because when we travel, Kathy and I travel, well, we're going to hit that on the way back. We're going to do this going up there because she'll plot that out where she wants to go, and we'll go do it. So can you put in, like, if you're in an SUV, hotels, I want a hotel between these rates. Does it accept that? Is it like a GPT chat type thing?
Two things that you just mentioned, I'll bring the two of them together. Is it a GPT chat kind of thing? So at the highest level, you could kind of think of it that way. But since you know GPT, it's you go in and you give a little bit of information, and then you kind of clarify it and you get into a conversation, and eventually it'll spit out something.
Right.
And it's really just raw text, and then you have to go and figure out what to do with that. Well, what the experience at AdventureGenie, yes, is kind of similar, but what we do is we take the components of the trip and build a route for you. You'll have a map. You'll see the starts. You'll see the stops. We'll build an itinerary for you day by day, everything that you be doing. We build a calendar view for you so you can go at a glance and look at your entire trip. We export it to a GPX format, so you could import it into a Garmin and be on your way to go. If you were using the mobile version of it, you can go right into your GPS tool from your mobile device. So similar in a chat GPT format where you ask for things to do, not similar because we take that and build it into a trip planning tool, a really rich, visually enhanced trip planning tool that takes everything that we know about you and the environment into account. The other question you asked was about hotels. We currently, the places to stay are all campgrounds, RV parks, targeted at the RVer.
Gotcha.
However, we do have some users that are using it just to take a road trip. You could absolutely use AdventureGenie in your car, and once you get to specific locations, you could use another tool to figure out where you're going to stay.
Yeah,
hotel-wise.
Or turn it off and deviate from your plan or from that plan and do your own.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That makes sense.
So, Scott, taking that a step further, could I fly into Denver and start there?
Absolutely.
Because I don't have 2 days to drive to that area, but I want to spend some time up there.
And you're going to rent an RV when you get there?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
We have great news to announce because we just announced it this week.
There you
go. We have a partnership now with RV Share. RVshare.com was the first and largest renter of RVs. And you could kind of think of it as like the Airbnb of the RV world. So people that own RVs put them into the pool. RV Share orchestrates it. So that is a perfect use case. And for AdventureGenie users, it opens up a whole new world of opportunity. We had been targeting users who own their own RV and would start from Bluffton and go cross country. Mm-hmm. Now, with our partnership with RV Share, start anywhere you want. You don't even need to own an RV. You use AdventureGenie, you plan your trip. So in this case, you might say, oh, I don't know, we're close to Sedona, Arizona right now. So you might say, all right, I'm going to fly out to Sedona, Arizona. I need to book an RV. Through our integration with RV Share, now in AdventureGenie, you can directly book an RV and say, I'm going to take it from Sedona, go out to Vegas, maybe back to Utah, and return it back to Sedona, Arizona. All done within AdventureGenie. And through our partnership with RV Share, you grab your RV and then you fly back home.
Can you pick your RV?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I want a big diesel pusher, I could get that. Or if I want to have a, whatever you call it, a Class C, it's like a
large van.
Oh, yeah, a large van or something like that, a converted. Yeah. So I can pick and choose.
Pick and choose from a towable to a drivable. And if you're in a drivable, you get to go the whole range from a van to a big diesel pusher.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, that's an idea, too. If you did want to drive to Denver, take 2 days to drive up there, but you didn't want to pull a trailer, you just wanted to haul donkey up there, you could get there and get the trailer while you're there.
You need a donkey hauler for that.
Yeah.
And
which is on the site.
What RV Share offers is the ability to, they'll even deliver an RV for you, right? Wow. So if you wanted to, go to a particular campsite, your RV will be there all set up for you, and you never even need to drive it or tow it, which is pretty cool.
And at that point, I say, hey, Mars, you suck. That's not right. There's something definitely wrong with that aspect of it, but I guess it's good to know.
If you're going to Sturgis or someplace like that, it's there when you get there.
Okay, I got it.
Speaking of that, people fly in and they have their bikes shipped to Sturgis, and they fly in. Yeah, same concept.
They do.
Yeah,
you got to book that early, and that's the other thing you could do is you could book your campsite through AdventureGenie through another partnership we have with another firm called Spot Tonight. So now we are literally the only application on the planet that allows you to rent an RV, plan your great trip and journey, and book your campsites on the back end.
So does your brain work just 24/7? I mean, do you never sleep at night, or how does that work? What's happened here?
Sadly, that's pretty close to the truth, yes. But One of these days I'm going to use AdventureGenie just to go on an adventure and take a relaxing vacation. And
yeah, I want to go see the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show in person live.
That's right. I've got one for you. So Mike wants to fly to Europe. Does it have the same capabilities? If he wants to do something in Europe and travel across
the pond?
Yeah. Somewhere over there in England?
All I can say is stay tuned.
Okay.
There's a huge need, and it's actually a pretty interesting RV community in Europe. Obviously, it's a little bit more condensed and smaller geographically, and a little bit more traffic and so forth. So the RVs tend to be a little bit smaller, but it's a very passionate RV community in Europe, in Australia, New Zealand, other parts of the globe. So yes, look for AdventureGenie.
Does Lisa ever say to you, Scott, please stop? I cannot go on any more RV trips with you, at least for the next month. I got some laundry to do or something.
No, make me another sandwich, Scott. You're driving on the road.
You have hit Lisa's name.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to the Lengal household, which is
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm married to a Type A personality.
Yes, pretty much. And it's funny. I mean, it really is funny. We're on the road probably 50% of the time. For instance, right now we're in Sedona. We're going to Vegas for a rally, and then we're going.
Wait a minute. What kind of rally is this?
Yes. It's a motorhome rally.
Oh my God! Of course it is.
Not a blackjack.
Do you have racing on the schedule there?
I think we're going to be doing like Jeep tours or something. I don't know if that
you are.
That quite counts.
Yes,
along the strip, down the strip.
Yeah.
And then we're going to Tucson for a week, and then back to Vegas for guess what? Another rally.
So do you have AdventureGenie on the side of the hauler?
We have AdventureGenie on the side of the Jeep. It's the Genie Jeep.
Oh,
of course. And I guess you tow that behind the great big Freightliner.
We do tow it behind the Freightliner.
Uh-huh. Is it an enclosed trailer, or is it on its own wheels?
No, it's flat tow, 4 wheels down. You take it out of disengage everything, and it just rolls along with you.
Gotcha.
Doesn't put any miles on the odometer, but the brakes are being used the whole time. And I got to get my brakes replaced when I go to Vegas. If you know any good guys, let me know.
No, I was going to say, and that would be another question. Can you, if you do need service on your vehicle, can you plot that through AdventureGenie as well?
Yeah. Today, you can't. Every 3 weeks, we're releasing new software, and it's in what we call our backlog. But today, what you can do is you could find service centers along the way, a little bit generic, and truck stops mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we expect to add full service centers, call them points of interest across the U.S. We already have about 500,000 points of interest.
Wow.
Here's the interesting thing about that. We have like static points of interest that are built into the product, but through the AI, you could just say anything and say, I'd like to find, take me on a trip of the football stadiums of the East Coast, or the best bourbon trail locations in Kentucky, or tour wine country. And through our AI, we'll let you do anything. The best car shows,
best barbecue.
Mm-hmm. What I'm thinking is, okay, so I want to do this, but I want to do this on a budget. Can I do it on a budget? Does AdventureGenie tell me that I can do it on a budget, or no?
Yes, especially for places to stay. So RVers are very cost conscious. It's a very affordable way of travel. Staying at a campsite versus a hotel. Once you've invested in your RV or you rent an RV, campsites are relatively inexpensive. But yeah, we allow you to choose, high end to rustic to moderate. Use your little sliders and say what range you'd like to stay in. And absolutely, we help you to find a budget friendly trip.
AdventureGenie.com, and they can call you at 3:00 in the morning and ask you questions.
Absolutely. Hit our little chat. Send me a message. I'm always up and love to talk to people.
Scott,
Yes.
Please, when you talk to Lisa, she's probably in the other room over there. Just tell her our condolences, okay?
He knows. She's
She
a
does.
hardy one.
I'll bet. Well, thanks so much for joining us. AdventureGenie.com. It's great to talk to you. Check in with us every once in a while. Let us know where you are.
Will do. Great chatting with you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks,
Thank
Scott.
you.
Thank
You do
you.
the same. All right. Time now for the cruise-in calendar.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
All right.
It's right there on the schedule.
On the schedule?
You have some
I got
cruise-ins?
it. I got it. On today, the 9th of March, which is we're in almost spring, like you said, there are a bunch of cruise-ins all around the state, all around the country. But I picked some selections from just this area. Today at 8 o'clock, you got the second annual Railroad Express Cruise. It's at Buc-ee's in Waller. Now, who doesn't like that? It's Waller, Texas. Today also from 8 to 10 going on right now, you've got the Cypress Cars and Coffee. That's at Fairfield Baptist Church in Cypress. 8 to 10 a.m. this morning, Sienna Cars Meetup, Mike. It's not far from here at the Primrose School of Sienna in Missouri City. Kingwood Classic Cruisers, Cars, and Coffee at the Whataburger. I like it, in Kingwood. And then this is hot off the press from Michael Wooding. He's got the Houston Pontiac Club Cars and Custard at today. It's
Cars and Custard.
Cars and Custard. It's at Ritter's Frozen Custard at 3427 Fry Road, Katy, Texas. Cruise in at 4 p.m. tonight.
You're a big custard guy, aren't you?
Custard. He's got a little on his
Or a
cheek
little
right
mustard.
there. Mustard.
Is it
yeah.
mustard or custard for you?
But I'm
And then
thinking
tomorrow-
it might be a little cool for custard today.
Tomorrow is Octane and Espresso at Black Rifle Coffee in Houston. That's at 8 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. All Ford event is at the Total Off-Road and More in Houston. It's
All Ford.
All Ford, Total Off-Road and More at Westheimer. So the Y-Teen LIFE, the Y-Teen Life Car Show for a Cause, is at the YMCA in Shadow Bend, the Woodlands.
You know, it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
It is. You can do the thing. You
heard
can do the
that.
dance, too. And then also tomorrow from 5 to 7, Sundays at Freddy's. Freddy's on 1960 in Houston. And the last one, this is actually for March 12th. This is my favorite. It's the Chihuahua Classic Car Cruise-In. It's at the Chihuahua Mexican
Wait a minute,
Cafe
that's
in
it.
Spring
Wait
Branch.
just a minute. You're mispronouncing. It's the Chihuahua.
It's the
Yeah,
Chihuahua. It's Chihuahua. There you go.
All right, thank you,
I like
sir.
that.
Some headlines for you. Actually, news stories. There's a gap between perception and reality when it comes to dealership pricing and financing, according to the KPA 2024 Dealership Trust Survey. But the survey by the dealership safety and compliance firm still reveals dealerships have work to do to gain consumers' confidence. 3 out of 4 Americans surveyed said they do not trust dealerships to be honest about pricing. But only 1 in 3 reported experiencing hidden fees or dishonest salespeople. Additionally, 86% of respondents reported being concerned about hidden fees when buying or leasing a vehicle. However, 30% said they found hidden fees on paperwork after agreeing to a price. Buyer beware. Most people have a good experience at a dealership when they buy and finance a vehicle. That's according to KPA CEO Chris Fanning. He says, for those who don't, they report it, then that definitely gets conflated into a bigger issue, perhaps, he said. Survey was conducted by the Harris Poll for KPA in mid-January and asked 2,000 adults questions regarding their buying and leasing experiences at car dealerships. The CARS rule, a new FTC regulation for dealerships, was to take effect July 30th. However, the agency postponed its implementation until a court challenge by the National Automobile Dealers Association and the Texas Automobile Dealers Association is settled. The regulations would create specific requirements for dealership advertising, finance, and insurance practices, and document retention. Buyer beware.
Yep.
One man died. Another man was injured after a shooting Tuesday at Palmer's Airport Hyundai in Mobile, Alabama.
Uh-oh.
What was the price on that vehicle? That's too much. Boom.
Uh-oh.
Dealership employee and another person got into a confrontation Tuesday evening, according to Blake Brown, the Mobile Police Department's public information officer. Both were shot in the store's parking lot. Police would not confirm whether the men shot at each other. They were taken to the hospital where one man later died of his injuries. Police did not release the men's names or say whether it was an employee who died. Palmer's Airport Hyundai declined to comment. Investigation is ongoing.
Wow.
Yeah. Really? Go to the dealership to buy a
pretty
car
intense.
and boom, you're dead.
kind of a review of that car.
Tesla Cybertruck's no longer commanding over $200,000 at auction as more come to the resale market, with one wholesaler declaring a market crash Wednesday after selling one last week with a high bid of $244,000. That's stupid money right there.
It is.
Tesla has a huge reservation backlog for the stainless steel pickup that launched in November, and U.S. dealers have been paying as much as double the sticker price for the Foundation Series Cybertrucks that are the first to be produced. But Wednesday's Mannheim auction in Dallas brought final bids of $195,000 and $189,000 for two Cybertrucks auctioned by wholesaler GiveMeTheVin.com, which sold the first Cybertruck at auction last week for $244,000.
So they have to wait a certain period of time before they can resell them, can't they?
I don't know.
I don't think there is on those.
On Teslas?
I don't think so.
Like the Ford GT.
Right, yeah.
Some of them they did, but I don't believe there's anything on this.
Huh.
Yeah, it's ugly. I think I forgot to take a break, didn't I?
No, we're queued up for it if you want.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Well, I think we're going to take a break because we've got a long break to come. So y'all just hang in there with us. You're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, and we thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned. Oh, I hit the wrong button here. Give me just a moment, please. God.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, Texas, April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center, featuring 1,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more. Broadcast on Motor Trend TV and streaming live on Max. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.